Happy Wednesday. Today is probably our final Ed puzzle. Thank you for sticking with me through this year. It has been interesting to say the least. You've done amazing. We are going to take a little quick minute to learn a few anatomical directions, and that's it. It should only be a few minutes long. So when you're dissecting your pig, we don't use, in the lab, we don't use directions like left and right because that's a little bit confusing. Facing the pig, away from the pig, somebody's upside down from you because they're on the top of the pig and you're on the bottom of the pig, and left and right all of a sudden. So we use some different directional terms. And I just need you to know these. These will be on your test, your final. I'll probably stick a few of them on the quiz on Friday. Remember, for your quiz on Friday, you need to know those organs, their organ systems, and their functions. So that might be where you want to focus the rest of your time for pre-AP biology today. So we have four main directions that we use in the lab. We use the word anterior, and that is towards the head region. So basically, the pig can be divided in four directions. And when you're saying towards the head, you're saying anterior. So, for instance, the lungs are anterior to the liver or to the stomach. So that's how you would. So they may say, look to the anterior of this organ, and then you'll find this, okay? Or cut in this direction, anterior from the umbilical cord. So that's a direction instead of like up, down, left, right, which is very difficult. And so then if your anterior is towards the head, then towards the tail is your posterior, okay? So anterior, I think anterior like antenna, like, on an insect, they have antenna on their head. So I think anterior. So you move towards the antenna. I mean, it's not what it really stands for, but it works. Posterior, British people often call their butt their posterior. And so I think, okay, that's towards the butt is the posterior. And then the other two, also, we have ways to remember them. The other two, of course, then are front and back. So you've got head and tail, anterior towards the posterior. And then you have front is ventral. I don't really have a way to remember that. Front is ventral, so that's the belly side of the pig. And then dorsal is the back, which is easy to remember because dorsal fin on a shark is on their back. And so if you're going dorsal of the stomach, then you're going to find like the kidneys back in there and stuff like that. And so that's kind of how we use directions. There's two other directions that sometimes you'll see. Anything cranial is the head. So cranial is your head and caudal is your tail. Is the tail region. So we use those. Those aren't used as much in the lab, but you will see those pop up. So if I'm wanting you to look towards the head, anterior, I'd say anterior of the lungs, you'll find the esophagus or the trachea. That's anterior towards the head. Posterior of the trachea, you'll find the lungs. Posterior of the lungs, you'll find the liver. And then when you're looking inside, this is a little harder because we don't know all the anatomy yet as far as going what's in front and what's in back. The liver is ventral of the stomach. So it's on the ventral side of the stomach. So it's in front of the stomach, basically. Okay. And the kidneys are way dorsal. They're on your back. So basically, those are your directions. You just need to be able to orient yourself on the pig. Now, write those 6 things down. You might want to draw a little picture of a little piggy and label the little piggy. And then you should study your organs and organ systems and functions. And that will do it for today. I hope that you have felt like this year has been mildly successful. I know that it's been a little bit rough, but thank you so much for watching all these Ed puzzles and for being amazing students. I am so grateful that I got to be your teacher this year. And that will be the end of your Ed puzzles. Signing out. It's been great to be your teacher. Have a great day. I will see you soon.